didn't have diaspora, I wouldn't have gone to bury my daughter because I couldn't afford it.
When my father passed away, without them, I don't know where I could have started with all the things I covered for the funeral.
Financially, they were ready to give me the money for the funeral here in the UK, or even in Zimbabwe. They were ready to give me US dollars.
Now we looked at other costs, but we knew that at least she was going to be repatriated.
Yes.
There was enough money to repatriate her.
We wouldn't have made it without diaspora funeral cash plan.
Welcome to Let's Talk Zimbabwe with Sharon Manatsas and ZexManatsa Jnr.
Yeah, but they all go to the Manatsas. It's fine, pana pressure yakadaro. Anyway.
Pane vanoda kuziva kuti ne chichi nastatsikwawo tinavo comic pastor Prosper Komash. What do you say?
I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm happy to be sitting with the Manatsas. Though they are not the original ones. It's too fine.
What do you mean? The original one.
Yeah.
Chitupa chamu chakatonzi Zex. Mukangoti ZexManatsa vanogona.
Panoona tojamuka.
Voice man. Ndorukunyo.
Ipapo manje.
Ipapo. Unoti Jehovah. Anoti ra uskwadira.
Unoziva kuti ndikutosipapa kuti mazuva ese patinoita Let's Talk. Inini ndine nchiro atuma jokes ndichiraseka but nasi ndiri kuremerwa manje ndamboedza kukanda but aiwa pakaipada
it's a law joke arinzi kandai kuna ati timbotitoera joke ayo majokes adai isi music you can do but majokes aiwa
asi ndaramba wangodaro henyu kuti hanzi haisi music takakuonai makujambira futi kusite kwenyu
aiwa tichasvika iko katisatako aiwa chibomira
anyway alright iri bo
obviously isi sinovhunza kakuti Prosper Komash ndiani ati munozviti comic pastor.
I no longer answer that question. Don't go to look back at the other interviews because it's the question that everyone else asks. Who is the comic pastor? Who is that? Okay, but I'm Prosper Komash, born in April. Ndocheka jandoko saukudza. Ndobonje.
Bo hapana nyaya hapo. Saka murozvigona sei zvamuri kuita izvi?
It's by God's grace. It's God's blessings. It's not
no,
but you can't be creative at the same time. So it's God's grace, but also so effort. Ndo yata kushanda nayo kuti unetechi wedzera effort tichingotry kushoot out vanhu vanakidza.
Anditika. Obviously isi tinoda kuziya. Tiriwe ku diaspora. Anditika.
Okay.
Saka toda kuziva zvese mukangoti look back pamwe zvakadelete atiziva atida kufungira saka toda kuzviziva zvese kuti
ndiani maona Africa ina time ngafungoti andabva ku diaspora mndara ndakatoyawo pa 14
munhu anogara ku Leicester kahata anogara ku Leicester katonzwa mabhaza idedzera yakubuda ndakakuenda naye isi diaspora ndodaro mimi munogara ku Leicester
ndichiri muzasi manje mumwe macho
I know it's okay but comic pastor is is married. Mnoziye, nyasondudza unoziye.
Zvese kana muchigona zvibudise
Taura zvauri
ngazvibude. Alright, ndauziva kuti makakura kupi.
Airport, like I said, I remember chinjandoziya chataive nacho chekwamanatsas irecord ramdara Zex original.
Alright.
Chingwa chine majarini kuna baba. Yeah, I used to play that for Christmas. Record. Anditora cassette, anditora CD, anditora dopelet. Yeah. I doubt. I have other plates, but ndifunga ndichina rero. Ndokwandakakurira ndokwandakadzidza. Ndaenda paAirport Primary grade 1 to 6. Then I moved to Makomo Primary grade 6 and 7. Then I went to Airport High School. Yeah.
Saka zvemajokosi zvakabva kupi? Where was the inspiration from?
It's in the blood.
It's
in the blood. It's in the blood. It's in the blood. I mean, no, but I don't know. Okay, but my jokes. Okay, you don't really have a starting day. Nothing to do. I think from primary, from as I was young, I used to just crack jokes. I can't remember.
Kuti muzobva pakuti turikubva pana Prosper Ngomashi kuti muzozvipa zita rekuti comic pastor zvazvamboita sei?
Okay, so I now believe that I was born the comic pastor.
Right.
It only took a day. Ukamwana hanzi zita rake musi wapiwa Betty ndo original day. So kuzongonotora Betty kuzadzisa zvakataurwa navabere kuti uyu anonzani Kelvin, anonzi Zex, anonzi Sharon. So I was born the comic pastor, but it just took time. So 2017, yeah, I started performing stand-up comedy at Book Cafe, the then Book Cafe Yepana Samor.
Right.
So because already it was a start, I had already started using the name pastor before, because Ndakura was a dream church.
Yeah, can I need to Risadopu saka ndikutoka outranka inhasi.
No my ruto nyadzisa because masadoptu aziane mskanzo saka zvakudedzera pavanhu ingodzikama. Okay, cool. So now it was a Sunday and then I was in a student said just call me the comic pastor. But I had already created a page and the comic pastor. But it had 200 followers. So it wasn't really something of value.
All right.
We have the comic pastor. From there, you can't be changing names. I mean, I'm saying, it's okay. Original name yes. Then I started calling myself the comic pastor. Then from there,
okay,
it went
my understanding is I've been following my comedians akawanda zvawo. Yeah, pane ma comedians ari muno maiwa ndaradu paisai. Tikapaisai teshitokwadzai. Achimuti munacho henyu.
Okay.
Makatopenga.
Kana pari pashow pana ndofana upowa mari. Ngatirege kusimisana zvakudaro kuti mari.
Mari panototisira manje. Vanwanzoya pashow vanotozotisira mari.
So I take that as a compliment. We try.
You are doing really well.
We try. Comedy is very difficult. Nekuti judgment yacho inooneka ipapo. Yakasiyana nemusic. Anyone can dance to anything, depending not it sound iri kubuda sei. We have played so many bad songs, but takapedzera tangodzijaira nekuti dzaridzwa kakanyanya paradio. But with comedies, people have got to laugh. So if they are not laughing, it's not comedy.
Is it most comedians that I've seen vandaita come across vamwe vacho they say comedy ndo zvavanotorarama ndo upenyu hwake, so it's just an outburst of iye. Saka is there any inspiration yekuti pazvinhu zvamunoita in comedy in your creativity zviri kubva mu lifestyle yenyu zvaiva zvekutoti munhu ano do you actually laugh at your own jokes? Do you
at times I laugh at my own jokes, but
do you find yourself funny?
Yeah, at times when I look back and say, is it me who said this? I laugh. But at the same time, you get prepared. Okay, there are so many genres of comedy.
Right.
Kuna one. Sengoti wakune reggae, sungura. What music do you play? Manatsas? Ano Muriye Sendrauzi ya Muri ubona tenda ibomba.
Generations zacho dzikuridza dzawanda. Nchatoziva kubva ku music yamudhara.
Mudhara very then.
Moto ndudza ndima mune LP.
I'm a big fan of Mudhara anyway. Honest truth. But what I'm saying is there are so many genres. There's reggae. There's what whatever as in music. So comedy, kune skits, kune stand-up comedy, kune real drama, itori comedy, kune mhando nemhando, kune dzimwe dzatisingatozive mazita kuti. But as long as people are laughing, we call it comedy. So you find kuti kuma skits, it's normally picturing what we live according day to day. But zvatangoona kuti zviruitwa nevanhu, then we spice it up with a little bit of comedy, totozviita. And then ku stand up comedy, there is a lot of preparation. Haungoendi pa stage. Usafunge kuti unonakidza vanhu just by standing there. No, it's not by appearance.
All right.
You write your jokes down, you recite them, you see where the punchline is. And when you're doing it on stage now, urutoziva kuti punchline rangu harisati rasvika. Though people will find some things that you're saying in preparation to the punchline, very funny, but you have that one killer punch. Yekuti ba watoroa.
Okay. Saka mimi muri kupiko.
I do both. I do skits and I do stand-up comedy. So you will find when we're doing tours, then you need a stand-up comedy. I just create my skits per stage, and this good night you go up. There's theater as comedy as well. We don't do that though. But itoriko yana kapfupia yekuti wari kwachinyepo muchitona iwewe in your mind unenge uchitona imba because ungatota gara apa chimbedho rara apa. You are seeing it but it's not there. It's theater. Right. That's comedy in theater. But tunoita stand-up. To relate, maybe you know Carl Joshua Ngube, you know Trevor Noah.
Yes.
That what they do, we do it.
And how have you found the journey itself being a comedian? Okay,
there's a challenge in Zim which we cannot address because our numbers are not as big as other nations. Right. So you can have a big ship in a pool, in a pond. It won't go far. So yes, we appreciate what we have gained. This is why you see most comedians turn up to be MCs as well, because now you want to have more streams of revenue around. But at the same time, from just skits, from whatever we've been creating, I tell you what, it has been paying.
Excellent.
I don't go to work. I live and survive on comedy.
Something campus.
Mari zvinoita mari inenge iri muvisa card but imi ndinokwanisa kutengera muri
tokunorowa kana zveiko cash ndine namba kai muZimbabwe so ndineiko cash kakoni
ndine tinongota ma US chete
zvinenge zviri kuita. This is actually good. This is profound zvamuri kutaura because many people are complaining vanhu vanenge vachitochema wahukuzona hapana chichi.
No. I used to depend on a 9-to-5 job. I used to have it and ndaitofara ndichitopiwa salary yangu ndichitoti kamari kangu but now Mwari azonota no but I have to bless the works of your hands. Yeah. So I had to leave my 9-to-5 and concentrate more. I've traveled because of comedy.
That's amazing, and it's paying.
It is. I drive. Not to say Mercedes-Benz zangu.
Ndoya muri kuda here kusvika pairi because kana iriyo comparison yekuti not to say a Mercedes.
No kuti ndipa vanhu nozoita kunge uri kuvhaira.
Saka mukufamba neipi?
Ne-E240. Ndimwari.
Makanza song yemukadzi wangu inyowani yaSharon inonzi ndimwari vanokomborera.
Songona here mukadzi wako.
Muchamunzwa.
Watoziya song inonzi what inonzi song yataitaura wewe. Simuka ijo. Adeva pasina mudhara Manatsas waifa. But anyway. No, it's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful song. Beautiful.
If I didn't have diaspora, I wouldn't have gone to bury my daughter because I couldn't afford it.
When my father passed away, without them, I don't know where I could have started with all the things I covered for the funeral.
financially, they were ready to give me the money for the funeral here in the UK, or even in Zimbabwe, they were ready to give me US dollars.
Now we looked at other costs, but we knew that at least she was going to be repatriated.
Yes.
There was enough money to repatriate her.
We wouldn't have made it without diaspora funeral cash plan.
Wild Remit helped me give you the best start in life, even if I couldn't be there to see it. I know it wasn't easy comparing yourself to your friends, but the money I sent home meant that you could be right there alongside them today. I'm so proud to be your mother, almost as proud as you must be now that you're starting an incredible new chapter.
We in the diaspora, we always follow is it your comedy awards?
The monthly
Comic
Awards.
This is what we feed on because this is the connection that we have when we're down there.
Beautiful,
we're not
you.
on the ground. Saga YouTube ndoere kutoti. Views ayandiso.
Takatomirira kuti panetika zvinhu zvese zvinenge zvichiitika throughout the month. We don't bother to I don't know mirror comic.
So surely speaking, that show it's a God-given show.
Right.
I started. I'm the original creator of that show. If you see anyone arikuto it's good because when you grow, it's like kuti ngakusaite mumwe munhu anoita music yakafana neyatuku ngakusaite munhu anoita music yakafana neyamudhara Manatsas. It doesn't make sense because kana waita chinhu chiri good chinofanira kumotivate umwe munhu anda kuitawo kunyangwe akatokopa nezita japreza anotedzerwa na andarasika but anyway those are theory. You need some people to be copying it and doing it. You don't see it.
This also.
Mutu kangozvita mafruits awo kapera po pashaka kwaya unozoenda kumwe. We wouldn't be having apples in Africa.
What was the inspiration behind it? It's very creative, and that's why I'm asking.
So I'll tell you, I started that show 2015, I believe, 2015, 2016, thereabout, January. So because I saw a lot of content, I saw a lot of things happening on social media, and then I thought, why not compile these things and say this is what has been happening? That was the first initial idea.
Sure.
But why not compile these two things, these things that have been happening, and then maybe put my categories into So we started with the day I started shooting that thing. Paper and there was nothing in the background to see kuti chatuta and each. Then I went for the second month again. I had no. Then one guy approached me on the Fletcher. Approached me and said, "Do you know we can put a screen? We can put a green screen kumashure. Then we twice as I didn't understand. I didn't know. Then we came up with the idea. I shoot on a phone. The first 5-6 episodes of the Comic Awards were done on a phone. And then ndavatazookura ndavatambo nevamwe ndavavatita atogona kuzvishuta zvakanaka ndavatasvitraya ndavatasiyana ndavatazoenda then it's now in-house achaende kunotsvaga mumwe munhu
you're growing. Yes, you've grown
the brand.
It's inspiring. That's actually the purpose of the show. Let's talk tinotaura tichiemulatana zvakanaka zvamuri kuita. Ndiri kukuona kuti recently muri kudhipa futi muri kupimdana chaiko because ndakaona makakonzeresa nyanga kuhip hop mukadaiso mukatogona kujuma futi wavanhu vazidenzo. The first song actually was the one that I fell in love with. Oh Linda, Pastor Diambe wangu, you know that.
You see?
Ndoziva nemuZimbabwe munoda kubatanidza ukama. Akungoenda kuLondon moto munobva kupi kumusha asaka muri.
Ambe wangu chaiyo ndotoombera saka
Amen.
Okay. Olinda kwandiri ndinongoti step girlfriend, like okay hakuna akwezviroro but okay step no, she's a good person. Okay, Olinda Chapel is a good person. I met her recently when she came here. The song, okay, so what happened is someone wrote a comment when Olinda did a breakup na Stan. Ndivandada ndivandangonyora ndikati sakata kutenda kuna Olinda because now magete change ngotsvaka panechi pane mari. So ndivandada tindoisa receive zvikanza manje Olinda anoda vanhu vanoita se vanoima ndikati all right legati chinonyora iri song. So that's how we came up with the song. It was just for fun.
But that's actually art.
Yeah, trend. We had a video done. So it's all for fun. Also, as a creative, you just have to test all sides. Comedy. You must try. I remember if you follow Zimbabwean history, comedians, you find good people like Safiro Madzigatire would double up comedy and music.
That's right. That's right.
That's actually when you mentioned Safiro Madzigatire, it reminded me of ndichiyeya kutima up kunoita vanhu.
Okay, networking.
Ndikutsvaga the right way driver and teaser but
wakaita chikoro.
Katarina na Safiro Madzigatire was a good combination.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So I say comic pastor ndeeduka uri kufanira
Anyway, so that's how we act. Okay. We act on chemistry. I like the way you I remember now on set one day, I'm trying to have someone come up with the words. So we act on chemistry. If you see all the guys that I work with, Nigel, Patricia, Gamu, and everyone else that we work with, we don't have scripts.
Yeah.
So we just come on set. We explain to each other, then let's go. So whatever you hear anyone speaking on set is words of their mind. I say
script.
Yes.
That's raw, pure talent.
That's amazing.
Chemistry. I mean,
what attraction shall somebody mazwan?
Did you just say this because you don't get to get
chemistry? So when I look at that video, like you're saying, do you laugh at your own jokes? I feel so sad. I feel angry with myself. I've done 2 videos that I feel so angry with myself because of the level of abuse that I'll be using on another character. Yeah. If you're watching when on the share song, when I watched it, I couldn't believe it was me because I'm not that character. But when I was in character, I feel like Pandon Rwadza, Pandon Mujunga Junga Gamri.
I've seen that.
But it provokes me hard.
But that's being good. Pane moms vatakakura tichiona kuma Nigerian movie mayazuka.
Yes.
Why talking about what
it's a real witchcraft. Witchcraft in another level. So those 2 provoke. We have 3 in actual fact. Pane mwe atene chipopotedzana tichenda unosia grocery kwa amwene so in the car. Also, it just provokes me because I don't raise my voice. You will never hear me raise my voice on my wife or anyone else. I can't. And do not try and go back out.
Okay.
Asuka nkwereta mari. I raise up. But don't tell me but then you could chokwadi. So chokwadi chorwadza.
Amazing.
This is good. It's pandika gara panapa ndiri kuto inspire wainini because kana uchiona munhu from afar usati watombo nyaso tisati
raise a voice.
I'm gonna
not to that. Sana sekuru wacheko.
Haunavhunduka nyasotaura nyaya yako tozoona kuti tichaita sei
kana
tapedza. I'm being inspired. I would also like to say kwamuri pane here zvamungaudzewo vamwe vanhu vangadewo kuita zvamunoita vanoshuwirawo pamuri? What words of advice or wisdom amungape? Because already your story on its own musati matombotaura or anything, it's an inspiration from what you've been saying.
So everyone out there, I always tell people you are responsible for your own visibility.
Nice.
Hakuna munhu anofana kuuya necontent yachiti ndipusheyo. Uda kupushwa uri bhara here. Why do you want to be pushed? Your content, if it's good, it will push itself.
Wow.
Saka hakuna chinhu chekuti unozoti we have networks. Ndinogona ngoti kandayo andidi. But tiri kukanda chinhu chatisiri kubva tamanikidza vanhu kuti vachide. If it's good, it will just excel. Hakuna munhu anomanikidzwa kukupusha. So create good content, put it out there, people will like it. Kana ungori ne 500 people, I tell you what, 500 people are enough to push your thing to 1,000 people.
Wow.
Saka manumbers anongodouble kana ndichiziva mumwe munhu anongokwanisa kungoita chatotenderera.
Vanhu futi mazuva ano vanotiwo zvinhu hazvinonyatso kumira mushe mari dzacho mabudget machiendo that stuff.
I started filming with a phone. I all know we have got red cameras now, we have got good quality cameras, but I would rather buy a good quality phone to shoot my videos because that's how I started. Anyangwe ndakatanga nefoni yaive diki ndinona ndichingochuza kuti no, let's keep it easy on the phone. Why? Munhu anoda kuuya netuma stories kuti hatina kamera, hatina chakati. Guys, do nezvauinazvo, tanga nefoni yako neitel yako, tonzwa story. Guys, we've seen some bad quality, but the story tichara story unakidzi. Saka haungatadze kuona iwewe chinhu chafilmwa neitel nhasi uchiti kana papa chimhaiswa nemapurisa unotomirira kuona kuti purisa azorova mune tsvaga muitel. Saka whatever you have, use it for good use.
Yeah. No, it's really inspiring for the young person out there.
Andina camera, andina anondishuta. Just choose your wife. Memory to itai ma video.
Tungo shudana
we have done. Ndaga namatiro. Adana matiro.
Saka muri kuti kudiyo right. Muri kuti chi. Yani mate.
Okay, so Ruti, okay, yeah, but support each other. And if you've got a brother, I wouldn't write all the kids. Just shoot.
And
If I didn't have diaspora, I wouldn't have gone to bury my daughter because I couldn't afford it.
They are not just a business, they are family. They are very supportive.
Very effective.
I would like to thank Diaspora Insurance for they have made this day possible for us.
Thank you, Diaspora Insurance, for remembering us.
The generous gesture shown to our organization by Diaspora Insurance has been phenomenal and greatly appreciated.
These items that we got from Diaspora Insurance, we gave to our orphanages. So Diaspora Insurance, may God bless you.
I think the special thing about Meikle's Hotel is its pedigree. It has a long history and has been a central part of hospitality in this country. Predominantly, most of our clients are business travelers, but also obviously some of the leisure travelers who are passing through the capital city, Harare, on their way to other destinations in the country.
Wild Remit helped me give you the best start in life. Even if I couldn't be there to see it. I know it wasn't easy comparing yourself to your friends, but the money I sent home meant that you could be right there alongside them today. I'm so proud to be your mother, almost as proud as you must be now that you're starting an incredible new chapter.
But pa music apa isusu takamboita confusion ndikati hi tigonza atuka komi pastor chaita say chichichi mama kazviplot yanga iri plot section.
Okay, at first it was not plot. Okay, when you mention, okay, tinova this idea yekutoti why would I mention Mudiwa in a show like this? Why would I mention Stana in a show like, why would I mention Japres in a show like this? It's because they are relevant.
Right.
So if you find yourself not mentioned in so many issues, can also not out your relevance, inoramba ichidzika. Ukaenda pa Google ukasearch out comic pastor, inokuza kuti 16,000 are talking about this. Inotaura ma numbers evanhu vakutaura nezvako. Saka izvozvo zviri very important kuti why are people talking about you? There is money in people talking about you.
That's
so
amazing.
Now, so when we started, Tigon didn't understand. Kuti anonda mention kuti Tigon is not the king of you, so he took it personal. Then azo garopa nema elders anonzwisisa zvinhu. No, I ask kukurwisa.
Relevant.
Yes, relevant. I'll tell you people who have been to my inbox. Kiki has been into my inbox. Comic ma modena. Kigano zondo there. Then Mudiwa was in my inbox. Everyone was saying, no. She don't worry about because it's Mr. Jeezy called and said, no. And the father because Jeezy Ndagamuti is part of committee. So it's just a matter of are you relevant enough to be mentioned?
Right.
Okay, we've mentioned Tuku, he's gone. We've mentioned Saviro Mazigati, he's gone. It's because they've left a mark that we cannot just delete.
Yeah, they've left a legacy. They'll be part of the Zimbabwean history and music.
So, we tell us Garapas and nobody you my brother. Then we did that song together.
That's good. That's motivating others who were thinking,
it's a fight. I don't know okay, law number one, you're a comedian. If you want to be a good comedian, you can't hate anyone. You can't because there are people there is content to you. Saka ndakavenga anyone akaita something and kwanza uchitaura because ndi moyo mangu because as a comedian you speak what's in your subconscious.
That's right.
Does that also mean kuti vanhu vacho vanotaurwawo na comedian they should not take it at face value?
Yes. Akuna
munofana kutogara makaisa
is a comedian akakumenshena. That's why I talk about the president today and he just leaves me walk freely. But if I was a politician if I tell something today about the president repair not to press.
Yeah, pane pakai.
No, it's quite enlightening for us Because people by YouTube, potential on TV, we don't know what's going on, what's real and what's not. But what you're saying is quite profound in itself.
I like your English. He just says it, or you've been in London. No, what's now, what's now? Yeah, because this is going to what's now, what's now. To know what's not, what's. Yeah.
What's not? It's very. So, where would you say your heart is? Are you more on the comedy side, or you're more on music now, or you're tipping into both?
It's difficult to change a comedian into a musician. It's hard. Music is boring. Creation, yeah. I'm saying creation. Okay. You know the time you take trying to make sure that you reach the people. Because now challenge equity urgurwa in an environment in even 10 billion musicians doing different genres of music. Right. So just to choose good isong yangu ngeri sungura, isong yangu ngeri kwasa kwasa. You need to sit down with yourself. But comedy, if I'm going to say a joke today, it's a joke. So I would rather be a comedian than a musician.
Awesome.
Your advantage though is if I say a joke today on stand-up, like if I stand up today and do a joke, I can't repeat it over and over again because now what is here joke. You see, for music now, the more you just do a good song.
Exactly.
So how do you do that kuma live? So I found out to UK pipe tour and it. My show SAMkaita live might create a different content for every.
That's the job of a comedian. Yeah, you have to create now and again. But now you find Kuti Tino Dilane current affairs. Okay. So today, do not go to now. Yeah, I'm coming on the new. Another. So you,
I don't quote this.
So you can write about anything that's happening currently, or you can still do timeless jokes. Yes.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah. Well, I've got this question. Some people know how to answer it. Some people don't. What's your 5-year plan?
There's nothing like that. Open your door, Jehovah. 5-year plan, is the COVID. So I always tell people, let's do 5 years when we get into 5 years.
Right.
Yeah, you see, in 5 years we'll be a powerhouse film. Now, 5 years there, powerhouse, anything. Live a day as it comes.
As it comes. Yeah, you set yourself daily goals then?
Yeah, no, what are daily goals? So Jehovah Mari, that's why the Bible says I'm now preaching now.
Tell us,
Don't be anxious about tomorrow. Anxiousness, okay, 5 years. Guys, can I prepare 5 years? In 5 years, chatungo that zimba ne mota. Simboramba chingofamba mwara chikomba.
Begi chingopinda chete.
Exactly.
Saka plan yekuti izo sondika kubvunza kuzoni what's next? Apana here
zvamuda. Isa mari.
Munotaurera.
Isa mari. Ayo, just put mari. You see.
I will see what's next. Yeah.
We have got so many projects in the head. I have a film that I've been carrying for years now.
Right.
Not jealous. I've spoken to the guys. They are willing to shoot it. But it's not and normally we can't just be doing films so far.
Right.
This is why you see now 80% of the skits that we do now are commercial skits. Why? Because I can't be calling Gamusia Zorgita, Patricia Zorgita, Tongo Yato Shooter, yes, we can, but at the same time, there should be money somewhere. Money should be written somewhere.
That's right. Yeah.
It's a film that I've been carrying. If you ever see a skit on the 10 years later, and I shoot on Samantha or bus stop, I carried that skit for almost a month after Mugaba Abisko. Then the skit came to mind. The guy changed a shooter almost 5 months after Mugaba Abisko, because I just knew whenever we do it, it will just be relevant.
After set to tower and
if you make jealous, camera, I will need them for jealous.
I talk about partner up. I'm still partner up here with the Manatsas. Tonight, a history. The comic pastor, the name and the Manatsas. These are two household names.
And if you want to know,
in 5 years' time, we could be powerhouses.
Crazy.
This was lovely. Inini hangu handikukubai. Inini handisisina hangu zvekubvunza because Blazi hatopedzera. Ataura zvese zvatachida kumubvunza. Tatotombomubvunza.
Bvunza yenyu, madam. Let's go.
Handitapererwa zvangu but handina kupererwa. Tida kuzoita imwe futi pamberi apo. But for now, tatora zvatiri kuda kushandisa.
Mari yenyu
mapepa.
Thank you for
mukangotiti mari yapo.
Thank you for agreeing to come on the show.
Okay.
We hold you highly, or we highly regard you. Because mukupisi.
I like the way you hold you highly regard. Kulongwa ichigona chiro.
Zvasingabudi.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't understand that. I always get inspiration from the Manatsas as a family. The way you run your things, Tendai, Boba, Selma, the whole team. Amana kunyadzisa mdara. Lolo and the Rambe Mangala.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Next time nombo bo anatenda ene mukadzi wake show ivombo imhanya.
Vari kuuya kamangwana panapa zoti muchatopota. Vanenge varipo futi panapa.
Amen. Ikoko. Thank you so much for tuning in to Let's Talk Zimbabwe with the Manatsas. Take care.
Wakutooneka. Ena handi mukadzi akaganira nditi. Unooneka sei. I hope we are still rolling guys. Handi ndini baba. Handisini baba here ini. Ndini baba kainini. Munoto kudi guys.
Baba wakuchemera.
It's been lovely. Zvataurwa namama ndizvo zvamazvinzwa Messi. Handiti. Anyway. Comic wakaipa.
didn't have diaspora, I wouldn't have gone to bury my daughter because I couldn't afford it.
When my father passed away, without them, I don't know where I could have started with all the things I covered for the funeral.
Financially, they were ready to give me the money for the funeral here in the UK, or even in Zimbabwe. They were ready to give me US dollars.
Now we looked at other costs, but we knew that at least she was going to be repatriated.
Yes.
There was enough money to repatriate her.
We wouldn't have made it without diaspora funeral cash plan.